Hey everybody, how are we this evening? It is Friday, we finally got there. It is the end of the week. How are we all? Are we all well? Are we getting dressed up this evening to go out and party? I've already done my party and I went out last night to go and see a new venue in the UK. So I've been out. I've already been out. So I don't think I've spent all my money now. You know, I don't know what it's like for you, Sophie, where you are. But if we go out once in the UK per week, that's it. Your money's gone for the rest of the week. it's expensive time to go out. I don't know what it's like where you are. Whereabouts are you?
I am in Pahrump, Nevada. It's a small town and it's very hot and it's a gambling drinking state. So, um,
Oh, okay. So what's that called? Pahrump, Nevada.
what? I'm sorry.
Can you pronounce that again for me? You know, I'm British. You know, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Say that again for me.
Pahrump, Nevada.
Pahrump, Nevada. Right, okay. So I'll just let Vanessa know that. Could you put Pahrump, Nevada on a little pin for us? So when we go to America, apparently it is a gambling, drinking state and a partying state. That
Yeah.
sounds the sort of place that you want to go to. It sounds awesome. How is it for
Well,
music? Do they, they must be brilliant for music for singers. You know, if you've got those sort of people spending on the gambling and also going out drinking for singers, it must be brilliant. It must be really busy.
there's a lot of musicians here in this little town, but really you want to go to Las Vegas. That's where all the entertainment is.
Of course. So you sort of next door to Vegas then?
Yeah, like we're
You
an
are.
hour we're an hour away from
You're an hour.
Vegas. Yeah.
So it's the pre warm up to go to Vegas. So we stop off at yours first. You know, have a little bit of a gamble, have a little bit of a drink, come and see you sing, and then go to Vegas afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, or if you want to gamble in Vegas, you always could. You know.
Well, yeah, I've heard about gambling in Vegas. You know, I don't know if I could. I'm not big. I've never really been a big gambler, but you know, I think once I'm there, I think I'll be drawn into it. It's just one of those sort of things. But anyway, we're here to talk about music, aren't we? So basically, welcome to the show, everybody. We are here on Friday. We are still supporting Autism Speaks, everybody. It is our charity of the month still. We are only 13 days into it. This month's going slow for me. I don't know about you, Sophie. Is it being quick for you or slow?
Slow.
Slow. It
Pretty.
is for me. I normally sit here and I'm like, oh my God, I've only got a week left to do the charity. And it's like, no, this one's going a bit slower this month. So, Autism Speak, you are with us for the month. We are going to continue to get your great services out there to the people and get the people to be able to find out all about your services and how they can be supported by you. So, as we say always, we are global at One Life, okay? So, you know, these charities may not be able to be accessible to you, but what we want to try and encourage you to do is share the ones which are on with us and also go to those which are closest to you, okay? So, I'm in the UK. We have loads of autism charities, okay? National Autistic Society being one of them, okay? So if I was watching the show and I wanted to donate and I couldn't donate to the one in America, I'd donate to the one in the UK. But what's more important is we share that information as wide as we can because there's lots of people out there who need those services of support. It's not all about money. Yes, it does help, especially with the governments not actually putting the pockets. But at the end of the day, as long as we can get that information over to people, it will really help them out. So I'm just told, Sophie, and you can see her name on there. You've seen her bio, okay? This is Sophie Love, everybody. She's sitting on the sofa with me today.
Hi.
They're waving. Okay, so Sophie is joining us, and we'll get on and find out about her exciting music journey very shortly. But we need to do one thing, and that is update you from Team One Life. Okay, so first, really important thing to update you all is Team One Life will become in the next 3 to 4 weeks One Life with sensational sounds. Yeah, it sounds good to me. It's a bit of a buzz, okay? One Life with sensible sounds. I've got to get used to it because I'm just doing this, keep saying welcome to the One Life show, and now I've got to say welcome to the One Life with sensible. See, I can't do it. It's going to take me ages, everybody. I can't do it. Anyway, we're joining forces. And why we're joining forces is because we want to make sure all those independent artists have got all of the support from the music industry that we can. And we do not want to lose our singers. We want to make sure we come back with a bang, with an army, okay? We want an army of independent artists going into the studios, going into the nightclubs, going into the festivals like they used to in the 80s and 90s, before COVID, before all these horrible things basically made us sit at home and basically record at home. We want everybody to hear our music from Monday to Sunday, and we want to let them know how great we actually are. Okay, so we're building services to make sure that every part of the music industry is supported by musicians for musicians. Okay, all the musicians who are Grammy Award winners, who are SSA winners, you know, those musicians know how hard it is for independent artists and how much they've lost over the last few years, you know, in terms of support, in terms of networking, finances, venues, you know, there's lots. So we're giving back to you, younger generation, and those who want to get back into the industry. We're giving back our time. We're giving back our time to make sure that the music industry, both in the UK and in the US, actually all over globally, continue to bring great music to the world, because that's what we're passionate about. So, you know, even though we're busy and we're busy in our own studios, we want to give up a couple of hours a week for everybody to make sure that we all support each other. So, you know, Tammy Dove, I thank you for that little thing, because I've been with you for 5 years, and actually I've seen how well the ISSA do it in terms of collaboration and how much time can be given to support each other for music. And actually, Tammy, you know, that spin-off of One Life has come from you, and I'm really proud to be part of ISSA still. And I'm really proud that One Life with Sensational Sound is going to become a global, worldwide company from the support that you've given me, you know, as a person. So thank you. And I'm going to personally put a little tag to Tammy on that, because I do feel that she has really helped me in my career. So in terms of One Life, we welcome Diego Nunes from Newcastle. He is going to be joining our academy this week and has asked to come and join our pilot program. Just letting everybody know, yes, you still have 2 weeks of free services, okay? So if there's anyone wants to come and join the academy and they want to be taught by a musician, an indie artist, okay, you've got 2 weeks left for free services, and then I'm afraid we're going to have to go paid. But you've still got 2 weeks left. So if you know anyone out there who can come and join the academy, get in touch, leave us a comment. Okay, we're especially looking for a country singer for Debbie Kelly. She's not going away, everybody. She's staying with us. And basically, Debbie's saying, where's my student? I will find you one, Debbie. Okay, so if you know anyone country, please let us know who wants to come and have 6 weeks, not with me, with Debbie Kelly. Do you know, that'd be quite cool, actually, 6 weeks with Debbie Kelly. Perhaps you get a wardrobe ready for the ISSA team. I don't know. What else have I got? One more. We've got a festival coming in July. We have our first festival being organised by Sensational Sounds, but by the time we join together, it will be called One Life with Sensational Sounds. I've got it this time. Yay!
Yay!
Festival in July. Okay, so we will have our first festival as soon as July, and posters will go up with our new logo, because we're having a brand new logo, and names, you know, on the poster as well. So, wow. Do you know what? That's gone on for 8 minutes because we've had so much to tell everybody. Now we get on to the fun bit, everybody. We get to listen to the amazing music of Sophie Love. Sophie, where do I start? I know where I want to start. One of my favourite films of all time, The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz. Oh, yes. Okay. Hang
on, why the Scarecrow? Did you go for all the auditions and they just said, you know what, you'd be great for Scarecrow?
You know, that happened when I was so little. I think I was about like 5. I was
I was imagining it as an adult. You've spoiled it for me now.
I'm sorry.
In your bio, you didn't put little 5-year-old. I was like, that must have started a musical theatre career. But no, 5 years old. Oh, I get it now. So you was a Scarecrow at 5, were you?
Yeah, I was. That was one of my first plays I ever did. And I loved being in the spotlight from then, and I got the Scarecrow.
I like that. What was it like playing a Scarecrow at like 5 years old? Can you remember anything like that? Can you remember that far back?
I remember it was fun, but that's about all I remember. I remember I sang a lot. I had the opportunity to be really silly. And that's about all I remember.
What was you like growing up as a kid? What were your parents? Were they happy that you were just singing all the time, or were they like, oh God, seriously, have we got to do that again? I'm watching the telly.
Oh, my mom actually was a dancer and a singer, and so I think I got it from her.
Okay.
She's a very artsy lady, and she always supported me, and still
Oh, brilliant.
supports me, and she always encourages me to be myself, and I really like doing it.
Good. And I think that's the most important thing about the music, isn't it? Like doing it. Okay,
Yeah.
making it fun. And I loved reading your bio because it did seem fun, and that's why I went to the Wizard of Oz straight away, because it's a great fun film. But also, when we look at the theatre and when we look at those sort of songs, you're working with someone who's very, well known in America for singing and giving lessons and support lessons. And we've had him on the show, Michael Ferrari, and I know how he works by being within the interview, but also knowing him, within the ISSA. So when he was little, was going into theatres a thought, and doing something like the Wizard of Oz? Do you have those sort of things going on where you are?
You know, I'm out of school now. I've been out of school for a little bit, so I don't get involved in plays too much because there's not really. I don't think that there's really, or I haven't seen any opportunities to be in a play. But I'd probably do it. But I'm just. I'm gonna be honest. I already forgot the point of the question, or the question.
Don't worry about it. We were talking about the style of music that you were singing. So as a 5-year-old, you were doing like Wizard of Oz and things like that. So some singers like to sing in theatres and have that type of vocal range,
Yeah.
But for you, then let's do it another way. What was your favorite sort of musicians growing up? Who was your idols?
Pink. Pink,
Pink.
Katy Perry. Like, I loved Pink and Katy Perry. I would dance around my dad's bedroom just when he wasn't home. I'd dance around my bedroom, have the stereo in the middle of the bed, and just jump on the bed and listen to Katy Perry.
Love Katy Perry. Absolutely amazing singer. And I don't think there's not many people who don't, to be able to. Was that a dream of yours? Did you want to be the next Katy Perry?
I don't know that I wanted to be the next Katy Perry. I just knew that music was going to have to be a part of my life. And as I got older, I saw that my dream could come true, and I wanted to be the best I could be. So my vocal range, I wanted to be as advanced as I could possibly be, sing anything, even though I'm a bluesy rock singer. Um, I want to do everything. I love acting. I love singing and all of that.
I'm glad you do. It's something that we spoke about in the Academy this week. We were going through our list of singers who are on the sensational sound side, and we were saying about talent when you go onto a show or you go onto like a pub to go and play in front of people, and you got some singers who would just sit there and play, and you get some people being an entertainer, and artists have come up to Paul and said, what are people looking for? What can I do to make people more interactive? And I think, being an actor and being an entertainer. So if I was to come to one of your like shows, are you quite like interactive with your audience?
Oh yeah, it's my favorite thing. Is my favorite thing is being a little flirty and making eye
It's been a little
contact.
okay. Okay. So all of the young boys, basically, is that how you win them over? Do you?
With anybody. I mean, I see women, I see
Even the old
men.
granddads.
Anybody that's anybody. I mean, I'll flirt with anybody.
Okay, cool, cool.
On the stage. I think it's really fun. I think it's really fun. I love the energy, especially when you have a good crowd.
It is, and there's nothing more enjoyable than a good crowd. I remember with me when I was going out and I was performing, I could not dance for love nor money. Everybody was encouraged me to dance, but I could not dance for love nor money. Now, give me entertainment and a joke or two. That's what my show was all about. I was like the Ollie Murs of like the 80s, and that's why I like Ollie now. You know, he can dance though. But in terms of the entertainment with the crowd, that used to be the most fun thing, as much as singing, I think, being
Yeah.
able to interact with your crowd, you know, and have fun
Yes.
the
Yes.
more you do it. So, you know, we're 16 minutes in. I've just got a couple more questions to ask you, and then we're going to play one of your amazing, amazing songs that you've given to us on the bio. Let's go back. You sort of got some, obviously, we've mentioned having support and some vocal support from Michael. But in your bio, it said about sort of some difficult times, some unwavering times, some unnervy times. It always is. For a young singer to try and break the music industry, it's always really difficult. It's those questions of, what if I'm not good enough? You know, those questions of, you know, how am I going to feel when I'm in front of loads of people? It's those questions that go in your head. But there are other challenges out there as well, and we know that in the music industry. So for you, before you started singing in front of people, what were your worries? What were you thinking about? Why did you feel you needed that extra bit of support, or was it just to make you a better artist?
Um, you know, I always hoped I could do it. Um, but I just wanted to feel powerful in my voice. And when I found John Michael Ferrari and Pepper J, they taught me confidence. They taught me stage presence. They taught me everything, all the little technical things about my voice. Um, so that really helped me. Um, but you know, of course, you get those thoughts of doubt. Um, and it can be very discouraging. But as long as you have support, like my mom and Pepper J, who's my other mom now, and who has been my other mom for a while, um, you know, it's just it makes all the difference in the world. And
Brilliant. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
yeah, and you
And
know, sorry.
no, go on, go. You go on, go on, go on, go on. Keep going.
And there's other things like health challenges that can also be very discouraging because it's, you know, it just gets to you. It gets to you. It's like, can I still do this? Is this going to interfere? You can't think about it. You just got to keep doing it no matter what's thrown at you.
Definitely. We have a lot of singers connected to One Life. You know, we've all had a health issue. I think anybody, come on, all of us as adults and as young people, we all have health scares throughout our life, and we're all going to like basically find a way of carrying on what we're so passionate about. You know, and we're all here still, and we're all making our albums and our singles and things like that. But we have people like Pepper J, you know, and Mark Ferrari and people around us in the music industry who will pick us back up again and get us back out playing, you know, and give us the tools that we need to be determined and enjoy what we continue to joy in. And exactly saying for disability as well, you know, the amount of disabled artists that I have met, and I've been so fascinated by the fact that despite their challenges, they are still amazing artists. They're award-winning artists, and all of them who are part of One Life. I am so proud of you all, because at the end of the day, it almost becomes invisible as soon as you get in front of that microphone. only people can hear that sound or that voice of yours. They don't see anything else. So there's lots which go round. But I'm glad you got support out there, and I'm glad you found yourself another mum. You know, you can't have enough mums around or dads. You know, and I'm both of them. When I met both of them, actually, you know, and you've also got a big brother in Caden. You know, I think you've got another family out there, which is absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
So anyway, you have given me 2 songs, and I'm going to let you choose tonight, as it's Friday. So, Never Was the Perfect Girl or Poison in My Veins. Which one are we going for first?
How about Never Was the Perfect Girl?
Okay, while I'm finding that, tell me a bit about that track and why you wrote it. What was the story about?
Okay, so a fun fact is it was about one thing, and then somewhere along the lines it changed entirely about what it was originally, you know. And I try to write openly for both sexes. But it just went more towards women, and for me it's kind of about like how people try to put women in a box about what they're supposed to look like, and how they try to be like, no, you're supposed to look like this, and if you don't, you're not perfect. And it's just kind of about like, I don't care if I'm perfect. Like, I'm perfect to me, you know? Like, and that's okay.
That's good to think.
So
best way to think. I like that. I like being perfect to yourself. I'll tell you what, if you're not perfect to yourself, then you're not perfect to anyone. You know, I'm not always going to be perfect to everybody. Fred the seagull out there, if you just heard a wah, he's not perfect to everybody, but we love him at the end of the day. So it's got a great sound. I'm going to put this song on. If everybody can hear the seagull in the background, Fred's watching with us today as well, because we live by the sea. So we have like seagulls who sit on our windowsill. So, you know, if you hear a seagull noise, all of a sudden, that's because we live by the sea. Okay, so we are going to play Never Was a Perfect Girl, and that's for you now, okay?
Yay!
Fire inside broke through the gate. I've made up my mind, it's not too late. I'm gonna settle up right on out. Don't know when, don't know how. I never was the perfect girl. I never was the perfect girl. Something inside me wants to break out. I'm driving on, ain't no doubt. I've got the strength, I'll do it all. I'm standing strong, I'm standing tall. I never was the perfect girl. I never was the perfect girl.
such an awesome voice. Please tell me that they were real instruments and they weren't recorded. Because that guitar was sick.
Thank you so much. You know, it was live studio musicians.
Okay.
I recorded that in Nashville, Larry Beard Music Group Inc. And it's just phenomenal musicians. They never get enough credit.
Yeah, they don't. If you get a chance, go get on to Neon Angels. I had those on the show this week for Nashville, and they're trying to take over Nashville and make it like a city of rock. You know, they want literally everything being rock music over there. They're breaking the scene. And I spoke to my sister the other day, and basically she was basically saying, "Hey, you've really got Nashville wrong." She said it is literally breaking into so many genres of music. She said hip hop, rap, rock, country. She said everything's over in Nashville now. I was like, I'm getting that now, sis. I'm getting that. I'm now getting to the point where I'm understanding that actually Nashville, if I come to Nashville, wherever I go to a pub or a club or a festival, there's going to be so many different types of music to go and enjoy. Whereas if you thought about that 15, 20 years ago, everyone would say Nashville, you're only going to listen to country music. So yeah, brilliant voice as well. Who done your vocals? Was that Pepper? Or was you always naturally that amazing with your vocals? Because you've got some great notes and some really high pitched notes on there. Was there a lot of training?
Oh, so much training, so much training. I love it so much. It took me a while to get to that point. And thank you, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but she's there with me. John Michael Ferrari and Pepper J have my back in the studio 100%.
Brilliant. And do they have influences on your song choices, or do you get to do those yourself in terms of the songwriting and the way things sound?
You know, they want me to be me. They want me to be me. They don't try to like push me into anything that I don't want to do. Like they treat Pepper J always says, treat the song like a child. It is like a child because you don't know how it's going to turn out when it grows up, and it's an awesome thing. So they encourage me to just do me.
Do you just be you? That's what I like to see. Just be you. Okay. Do you know what, Pepper J and Michael Ferrari? When I finish this show, I'm coming to gun for you. I want you to be part of One Life. I really want you to help our students the way. And I've been really looking forward to it with you, Sophie, all week, because I know how fascinating Michael and Pepper both are and amazing people they are. And I wanted to meet one of their students. And when Caden put your profile over, I was like, absolutely brilliant. I finally get to meet one of the people who have been working with Michael and Pepper, and I've been so excited to find out all about the things that they do, because they do look very family orientated. They do look as though they just bring you in as one of the family members. But to see how well they're helping you develop and hearing your amazing voice and what's coming out in the studio, wow, absolutely amazing. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much.
So, but you know, they must be doing something right, because you're also at a tender young age, also winning awards. 2024 Rising Star. Where was this?
The awards were actually in the RV park where I live. Just around the corner, they were having the Nashville Music Awards, and the awards are all because of Pepper J. She pushes me everywhere. And she gets me involved in all types of things because I'm just starting out in the industry, and I owe everything to them.
Do you know what? I'm going to do this. I never do this, but I'm just being rude and being curious, being a typical UK British person. I don't know whether you're going to get this asked before, but can I ask your age?
Yeah. I'm 19. I'm 19.
You're 19. Hey, that's like, you know, that start of the career. Some people already start them when they're 15. Do you know what? Even as a 19-year-old, it's still scary. I was out with a band last night. I was telling you I was out last night. I was out with a band last night looking at a new music venue in Torquay, which is in Devon in the UK. and there was a couple of new bands there. So the band that I look after, 3 Days of Wonder, okay, their age group is from 15 to 19. Now, they are some of the most talented musicians in the UK at the moment as a young band. They are absolutely amazing. But for starting out, you know, that's why we brought the Academy in. That's why, you know, Pepper and Michael do what they want to do. They want the next stars of the future, you know, and those people who can basically take over where we've left off, you know. So yeah, that's absolutely cool. So 19, good age to be, fantastic age to be. So what we need to do now, we are half an hour into the show. We need to introduce our highlight charity of the month, because this is a charity program. So Autism Speaks, I was looking at the videos today of your YouTube, okay, and we want to make sure that we're targeting the right audience and every audience, because that's what we do here at One Live. So what I'm going to do, Autism Speaks, I want my listeners to think about those younger family members that they've got when it comes to autism, and show them tonight's video, because I think this video really would help someone who's quite young or in their teens, okay, understand about autism and the impact of autism by somebody being able to tell you all about it. But he's obviously chosen not to tell you as himself. He's chosen to tell you as a cartoon character, which is quite imaginative. And if you go on Autism Speaks, everybody, there is lots of people who are on there who will talk as autistic people on their podcasts, on their shows and things like that. But obviously this young man wanted to do this as an animation. It's a great animation. It's 5 minutes break for us all. And then once we've done that, we'll get into a bit more of Sophie's music and also Sophie's music journey, okay? So we've got a bit of a little break between us. Let's have a coffee together. So this is from Autism Speaks, everybody. Enjoy the video from David. His name is David.
Okay, class, okay, settle down. Before we get started, David has something he'd like to read to us.
Hello, my name is David, and I am autistic. I look like most other boys, and I have many of the same interests, but I am different in many ways. Autism causes me to behave differently than what you may think or expect. I have difficulties with some things that most people don't have trouble with. People with autism have challenges in social situations. I often have a hard time understanding people. Most people can understand expressions and body language, which tells you about what a person is thinking and feeling. I have difficulties with metaphors such as pull your socks up. I think you are telling me to pull my socks up, but now I understand that you may mean pay attention. This is because I think literally and expect the words to mean what they say. Most people have sensory problems. They may feel very sensitive to what they taste, smell, see, or hear. But autistic people have a difficult time handling them. These difficulties are not exactly the same for everyone. If I'm in a crowded place with loud noises, it can hurt my ears, so to reduce the noise, I cover my ears. I do not like to be hugged or kissed unless I'm the one who is doing it. Getting my teeth cleaned was not easy. It took my parents a long time to find a dentist who understood my sensitivity. She explains what is going to happen ahead of time, and she asks me to touch and feel the instruments before she puts them in my mouth. She works with me slowly and does not force me to do anything I don't want her to do. Kids with autism generally like to talk about topics that interest them only. For example, I like to talk about sports, trains, or Legos. I feel safe and confident when I talk about things I like a lot. Sometimes I forget that not everyone is interested and I talk about them too much. I might need help in changing the subject. I'm not able to read your face and see that you are bored. So just tell me and I will do my best to listen. I used to have a difficult time traveling, waiting in lines, going through airport security, or the plane being late caused anxiety for me. But now that I have traveled a lot, I am more flexible with not knowing everything before traveling. My parents would talk to me ahead of time, explaining as best they could every detail, and that has taught me to ask questions now before doing anything new. My brain is very good at storing facts and figures, but but have difficulties with reading comprehension and using words correctly. Some of us are fortunate to be more high functioning than others. Having autism has advantages. I can easily tell you the capitals of every state, coaches of every NBA basketball team, name all 30 baseball teams and what city they are in. I am very, very observant. I can watch a basketball player make a free throw and copy him, or watch a bowler make a strike and imitate his arm movement. That helps me be a better bowler and basketball player. Autism is a condition that affects the way the brain processes information. Not everyone has autism, and it is not an illness. It will not go away. No one knows exactly why people have autism. I will always have autism, but as I grow up with the help of friends and family, I can learn a lot of things that come naturally to most people. You can help me by understanding that I have autism, and by not making fun of me. You can tell your friends and family what you have learned about autism. Being patient and understanding with all of us who have autism will support us greatly. Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. David from Autism Speaks, everybody. Thank you so much, David. Absolutely a brilliant way. I've got 2 autistic people in my family, and I'm so proud of them. And, you know, I've seen that video twice today, and it's brought a smile to my face. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, David.
I loved that.
So, it was great, wasn't it? It was a good worth 4 minutes.
Yeah, I loved that video. That was very informative. Very informative.
It was. It was really informative. So how about for yourself in terms of sort of autism, learning disabilities or anything like that? Have you come across that like in your own family at all?
Yeah, well, actually, yes. Yes.
Okay.
School has always been an issue for me. I've always tried my best, but I actually have a really hard time with comprehension. And I'm a little bit dyslexic, and so is my mom.
Okay.
So, it's, you know, it's okay.
There's nothing to worry about. It's okay. I tell you what, some of the most amazing film stars are dyslexic. Okay. Tom Cruise is dyslexic. Okay. I didn't know about that until I'd done my assessment. Okay. I'm dyslexic. I think dyslexia is around many places. Exactly the same as autism. You know, at the end of the day, we're all people. Especially on the One Life show, we're all people first. We're not our disabilities. And David, how he put that was absolutely amazing. You see me for who I am. You call me David. You know, I think at the end of the day, if we all remember that, we are still who we are. And we've got things that can help us in the music industry, you know, with dyslexia, you know, and I know people will shoot me for this. Okay. But please don't. AI is going to help some. Okay, I know we hate it in the music industry, okay, because it feels as though it's a really weird thing trying to take over the world like robots. However, for someone with dyslexia like myself, having a song started for me where I can like literally throw out a couple of ideas for like a few paragraphs and then have the song written for me and then me rewrite it is a lot easier than trying to find all of the words out of my head onto a piece of paper. And AI has helped me in some ways. It's not going to take over my music career, but it has helped me in some ways. So, you know, the tools are out there. So come on, Sophie, God, you're in a safe space now. When you're writing songs, have you gone to AI yet?
You know, I actually have. I have.
Yay!
Just to play around. I'm like, you know what? This is scary. I want to see what this is all about. And I give them one word, and they make a whole song out of it. And I'm like, no way. That's scary.
It is, and it's getting so real now. The voices are getting realer, the music instruments are getting realer, and it's like, oh my God, where is this going? However, as a backing source to support what you're trying to write for someone with dyslexia, it can be there as a support tool, and I can see it being a support tool. But obviously, you know, you're not going to get the same words or the same music as those like Pepper and Michael are going to be able to give you, not from a computer. not from something like that, But I'm glad you said you had a little look because I've had a little look as well.
Yeah. But I mean, I stay away from it now. Just because I'm a little creeped out by it.
It is very creepy. Very, very creepy for everybody. I think it's going to be even more creepy when we see the robot, like with a shopping bag, walking past us in the street. That's when my creepiness is going to set in. Is that when they're taking over the high street?
Oh
We
my
go
God.
into the shop and they're sitting at the till taking our orders, or we walk down the shop and someone's walking the dog as a robot. That's when it's going to creep me out. We're nearly there. I'm from a stage where I watched Back to the Future from the 80s, okay? And
No,
they
but
dreamt
Paige-
about all this happening. And I tell you what, it's coming. It's going to come. It's not long. Elon's got it all sorted.
No, but you know what really creeps me out, AJ?
Go on.
I walk into the grocery store and I see this robot cleaning by itself. This big robot with a camera with a camera in the front, and you walk in front of it and it literally stops in front of you so it doesn't hit you or run you over. And I'm like, I'm gonna walk the other way.
Yeah, just leave it there. It's like, I'm not going anywhere near it. That's what I mean. They're coming. The robots are coming, and it's so scary. It really is. It really is scary. However, they're not here yet, and we can still stay as musicians. Okay, we can still be the ones who are on stage and recording. They haven't taken over as yet, and I don't think they ever will, to be honest. Anyway, you said in your diary about chasing your dreams. You've obviously got a lot on your head that you want to do. Okay. You've chosen two amazing people to work alongside, but what is your dream? What is it that you really would love out of the music industry?
What I would love? I don't imagine myself doing anything else. I really don't. But if I had to dip my toes in anything else, it'd be acting. I would go back to acting. Be in musicals. I'd love to go to New York and see what Broadway's about.
Wow.
Acting's a lot of fun. That's probably my second.
That's your second. So Broadway would be perfect for you then. That would be the real type of, if you was in a Broadway musical, which one would you be in? Obviously, you've done Wizard of Oz now as a Scarecrow, but what would you be in? What would be your favorite?
Oh, okay. I have two favorites.
Well then.
Okay, Mamma Mia and Burlesque.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Most of the people at the moment, like with the talent shows, it's been Wicked, and those sort of things, especially with Wicked coming out over the last couple of years, being on the big movie screens. But Mamma Mia, that surprised me. Where did that come from?
I love it so much. I have the whole playlist saved.
Yeah.
I do, and it's my comfort movie. The first Mamma Mia. I love it so much. And Burlesque is very inspiring to me, and I think that's why I love it so much. And the music and the sultriness, it's giving everything I want to do. So
brilliant. You go chase your dreams. You go chase your dreams, okay? Don't let anybody stop you, okay? With Michael and Pepper by your side, who knows? Broadway may be there for you, okay? Being 19 years old, having those awards under your belt already, that great voice of yours, okay? With Michael and Pepper working alongside you, Broadway could be a finger away, okay? Just keep working hard, and I'm sure you'll get there. Absolutely brilliant songs that you're producing, okay? But that enthusiasm, I can feel it through the interview today, but I can also see it in what you're writing about yourself as well, okay? You've got some great people behind you, and they will help you chase your dreams. We will win One Life as well. We'll keep an eye on you, okay? We'll also, if there's any opportunities or anyone we meet who can help you along the way, or anyone who hears the video, we'll make sure that we all work together to help you with your dreams. Anyway, let's play another one of your amazing songs, okay? So you can tell me what Poison in My Veins was all about. I hope you haven't got poison in your veins. Tell me.
So, I really like the audience to interpret it for themselves, but for me, it's about seeing someone and just really being attracted to that person and knowing that they are bad for you. But it's like poison, like you're attracted to the poison. It's like pretty poison.
They've got so far into you, yet they're literally in your veins. You can't get rid of them. I got it.
Yeah,
I've got
it's
it.
like you're infected by their love, basically.
Fantastic. Love it. Okay, let's play Poison and Veins. And then what we're going to do is we are going to be playing our very famous quiz. Okay, so we're going to be doing that next. Okay, so get your quiz hats on, everybody. Vanessa, get your quiz hat on. We are nearly ready for that time of the show. Okay, so Poison My Veins coming up next, everyone.
Like a snake, you're coursing through my veins. You'll do anything you want just so you could get a taste. Your hands are on my jeans and your heart is in my dreams. You'll do anything you want just to watch me fall asleep. And oh, you're poison in my veins. Make me go insane. 'Cause you bit me like a snake. Did you really think I'd fall just because you made the call? Said you wanna stay up late just to take me on a date. You treat me really nicely, but now I'm feeling icy with your blood running through my veins. Poison in my veins. You make me go insane. 'Cause you bit me like a snake. I never wanted you more. Now I've been here before. Think I fell for your comical stare. No, nothing could ever compare. Poison in my veins. It make me go insane. Oh, you're poison in my veins. You're poison in my veins.
OMG, are you sure you want to do Broadway with those vocals? Come on, seriously. That could be the next Pink. That is like, yeah. Your vocal range is definitely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You know, I really thank you so much, first of all. And second of all, yeah, I don't intend to do anything else except write what I really want to write, share what I do with people and hope that they find some joy in what I write and how I sound. And that's really what I want to do endlessly. But if I had to do that second thing we were talking about, I would.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to have options, isn't it, at the end of the day? And in many options as you've got is brilliant. And the fact that you've got such a great vocal range and then sort of a great sort of sounding voice, you know, if you can do that from going into those different styles, you're world's your oyster, really. And I think that's a fun thing about being an independent artist. We've got no one telling us where we've got to go and what we've got to do. We get to choose our own sort of pathways, you know, whether we do Broadway now at 19, 20 and then go and do indie in the clubs and pubs and festivals that, when we're a bit older, we get to choose that. I was talking about someone that last night, and someone asked me, are you a record label? Are you a management from a record label? I was like, nah, I wouldn't even touch it with a barge pole. I don't want to be told what to wear, what to wear, what to do, where to go, what song I've got to sing. I want to do it myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we do the quiz, I want to find out who we've got with us tonight. There are people watching the show tonight, and I want to thank you all for watching the show. But I think you're hiding behind the scenes and not asking us any questions and leaving us alone tonight. So we've got a couple of likes. Let me have a look. Jay Luke. Hi, Jay. How are you, Jay Luke? Are you well? Eric Handler. Sophie, do you know Eric?
Hi, Eric. Yes. He bought my first painting.
Did he? Oh, so you paint as well?
Yes, I do. I paint.
Ooh, okay. So what? We'll get to the quiz in a minute. Come on, you just let something out of the bag here. So you paint what?
Really anything. I love painting people. I love painting nature. Really, I love painting creepy things like eyeballs and
okay.
yeah, just anything creepy. I love hippie stuff. I just really anything creepy and beautiful. That's what I like to paint.
Pretty beautiful. That's brilliant. So Eric has finally come to the show, and he says hi to everybody with a bit of a wave. Hi, Eric. How you doing, mate? So I like the fact that we find out about our artists because everybody sees us on stage and everybody sees us out and about, and we're putting out our records to radio and things like that. But no one sometimes really knows what we're all like, our little secrets that we have, the things that we do that nobody knows about. So do we sell your paintings? Do they go out public, or do you keep them to yourself?
So most of the time, I just do it for me. I never expected to sell anything. But I do post them on
making
Facebook.
money for the studio. You post it
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yeah, I do. I've posted them on Facebook, and one day Eric saw this one painting, and it was an experiment with watercolor, and my first one, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I want to get that for my wife." And yeah. Yeah,
There you go.
so it's mostly
I had a question for you at the end, which was top tips for young people coming into the music industry, how to make more money to pay for studio time. Now, I've had on this show so many creative ways. I've even had a band, I think it was Limberlost. If I'm wrong, sorry, Limberlost is one of my bands. Basically, he would sell guppies, like the little tiny fish. So when they come on the recording, they'd got loads of fish tanks behind them. And I was like, I'm fascinated by your fish. Can we forget the interview? And he was like, I sell them for studio time. I was like, what amazing thing to do. That's really creative. And he was like, I was like, are you being serious? Or are you just like pulling my leg? And he was like, no, it's serious. He goes, I get loads of money out of these and they really help us pay for studio time. So painting is a really good way of actually, sell it to people like Eric, but that money can go back into the studio, back into your dreams, and being able to do that. And I think for top tip for any person coming into the music industry, it is expensive, especially for studio time and to get time, and the likes of, Pepper, and Michael, not saying their services are expensive, but if you put them all together, the music industry is very expensive. So if you are creative, there you go. You're a painter, put them on Facebook. You never know, they might get sold to Eric and they may be able to get some money for the studio. But yeah, that's cool. Keep painting, and we'll have a look on your Facebook and have a look at your paintings, okay?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, let's get this wheel out, everybody. Let's get empty your pockets, everybody. So remember the rules of the game, everybody. It is $2 or £2 if you're in the UK. For every wrong answer, 10 questions will come from our quiz tonight, okay? Please contribute as much and as little as possible, okay? These £2 are virtual £2, okay? So you can go and put in more, you can put in less. And also you can give to the charity, Autism Charity, which is closest to you, depending where you are around the world, okay? So Vanessa has helped us build a bit more of the wheel tonight. What have we got on the wheel tonight? I will tell everybody 2 seconds. We have got movies, food and drink, sport, rock music, music from 2025, science, a pub quiz, a general knowledge quiz, song lyrics, filling. What did you say, filling, Vanessa? Song lyrics filling. Is it like filling in the song lyric? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Guess the sound. Accent challenge, and so she's only put that one in because she comes from South Africa and she's always saying to me, "You don't understand my accent." And guess the language. So new ones have been added to the wheel, everybody. Okay, Sophie, what do you feel? Which is your favourite out of those subjects? Are you feeling nervous about any of them?
American sports. I don't do sports.
You don't do sports? Okay. If we're trying to make money for Autism Speaks, let's hope it lands on sports, everyone. Let's spin the wheel, see what we get.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, filling it in the song lyric. I hope we can find this quiz, Vanessa. I hope you just haven't made it up. Right, okay, as we find it, okay, we're gonna find it now, everybody. Okay, so get your pens and papers ready. So filling in song lyric, is that what you put into YouTube? Quiz, yeah, is that what you put? Okay, finish the lyrics. See, I would have known if you said finish the lyrics. Is that what you meant? Finish the lyrics? Yeah. Why did you say it the way you did? That made it more complicated. Because I can't understand your accent. That's probably true being South African. Okay, so we'll get that ready for everybody. Let's find it on the share screen. This is a bit of fun. Sophie's not been and done an interview like this, everybody, before. Okay, she's going to go away and tell all the artists going, go on, come on to One Life. It's fun. I'm not invited about it. It is good. Okay. Finish the lyrics. There we go. All right, first things first. I don't know how Vanessa you're going to hear tonight's slight quiz. You're going to have to come and sit next to me. You can hear, can you? Okay, cool. Okay, so remember, everybody, let's see what's going to go on tonight. Finish the lyrics. Let's play. It's got on Fortnite, everyone. Remember, we don't have the copyright to YouTube, but we nick it for good purposes, okay? So if you put a copyright on me tonight, YouTube, I'm nicking it for good purposes, okay? Here comes a quiz, everyone.
Welcome, music fan. Are you a chart expert who can guess all the lyrics of the songs everyone knows? Then, take on the challenge and let's get started.
Push and pull like a magnet.
Okay, so we have got the amazing Ed Sheeran, and basically it gave us a set of lyrics. What are the next lyrics, everybody?
Oh.
Vanessa's got no idea. Sophie, do you know who Ed Sheeran is?
Yes, I do.
Do you know the next lyrics?
Like a magnet too. No, my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body.
No, I think you've got it right. I think it's definitely.
Although my heart is falling too, I'm in love with your body.
Ah, well done, Sophie.
Yeah.
Okay, finish the lyrics. Shakira. Social media one.
It's time for Africa.
It's time for Africa. You would have known that one, Vanessa. Number 3, Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Finish the lyrics. Make it gonna wait. Just make it gonna hate.
Baby, I'm just
What's the
gonna
next lyrics?
shake. I shake it off. I shake it off.
Just Sophie's got it. Finish the lyrics. The Weekend, Blinding Lights.
No, I can't wait until I feel your touch.
I can't.
Oh, I was close.
Sophie was, what was your lyrics?
No, I can't wait until I feel your touch. So I got sleep wrong.
Yeah. So you got sleep wrong. We just said sleep, Vanessa. Vanessa's just going, well, if you go with what Sophie said, you got it wrong. Right, okay, so you have got one wrong at last, Sophie. You're doing really well, don't worry. Number 5. Imagine Dragon, Believer.
Oh, yes.
Send a prayer to the ones up above.
All the hate
things
that
first,
you
then
heard, turn your spirit to a dove.
All the hate that you've heard has
Sophie's
turned your
on
spirit
fire.
to a dove.
Yeah.
Britney Spears,
Oh,
Baby One More Time. Okay, I'm going to help Vanessa out because she's struggling to hear it. I lose my mind. Give me a sign. What is the lyrics afterwards? Oh, Vanessa's joining in, Sophie. She's saying, hit me, baby, one more time. Do you agree with her?
yeah,
She's right. Of course, she's right. There you go. Number 8. Oh, Whitney Houston. This one's just for you. I will always love you, Vanessa. That's what you was doing.
Sweet memories.
Okay, so bittersweet, memories, and then what's the next lyrics?
Oh, count me out of this one. I'm sorry.
Ah, Sophie's bombed out. She's not doing it. You know the tune, Vanessa? Don't know the next lyric.
I know the tune. I can play
No, the tune. You can play the tune on piano, yeah. Right, let's see what the next lyrics is. You're both going to kick yourselves.
That is all I'm taking with me.
That is all I am taking with me, was the next lyrics.
Ah.
Oh, the last of the day. How have you been getting on out there? I forgot to ask you. If you've been playing along on Facebook, YouTube, and X, how are you getting on? Because if you've not got the final score, which is better than Sophie's, you have to put in an extra $1, okay? Because Sophie is the one who is our champion this evening. She's doing really, really well. So if you've got a lower score than Sophie, you've got to put in an extra $1, okay? And we've got Michael Jackson for the last one. Let's see which they give us. Oh, Billie Jean.
Yeah.
Sophie's like, yeah.
She's just
Billie
a
Jean
girl.
is not my lover.
She's just a girl. Cause I am the one.
Just a girl, not myself. Do you think me and Sophie got it right?
Well, you skipped a couple of words, but it sounds.
I skipped a couple of words. I did because I couldn't think of them. I only had to get the first bit. Me and Sophie got that right, I think. Should we give it to Sophie because she missed out the "Oh Baby"? But I think that's the backing singers. I think she got it. Yeah, Sophie, you got it. I tell you what, you've done really well. 8 out of 10. And if anybody out there, including Eric, I know you've been listening in, buddy. Okay, if you got less than Sophie, I'm afraid you put in an extra $1. All right. Okay, let's get back to the game. Did you enjoy that?
Oh, that was so much fun.
You won't do that on any other podcast. Whatever podcast show, you won't do these type of things apart from One Life. You have so many different podcast experiences in your career, and then you're going to remember this one.
This is the funnest. I think you're the first podcast I've ever been on. This
Is it? Oh,
amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Caden. Well done, Caden. Thank you so much, Caden, for bringing me on the newbies. I like the newbies. You bring them on. This is one to remember, but also one we can both look back and go, do you know what? That Broadway star, when she was on One Live, I can't believe where she is now. She's in that real amazing musical in Las Vegas. Oh my God, she's she's grabbing millions out of the punters. I tell you what, if you remember, just please remember, it's okay when you're famous. Okay, just remember where your first interview was.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So, looking forward to what's going to happen in the next sort of few months. What have you got out there for your fans? Okay, what they're going to be seeing coming up in the next few months?
I will be traveling to Nashville in August.
Cool.
Also my birthday week. Yay. Kind of
Happy
scary.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You're going to be 20, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Wow, cool.
Oh, it's crazy because I just turned 18 and I'm going to be 20 in a couple months.
I know. It goes quicker from there. It does. Believe me, Vanessa, not telling you how old we are, but it does go quick.
Yeah. But so I'll be traveling to Nashville the week of my birthday, and I will be recording a couple songs that I have not written yet. So I have a couple months to do so, but that'll be fun.
Brilliant, excellent, fantastic. And we can all find you on every single platform, can't we?
Yes, you can. If you go to my website, Sophie Love Official, SOPHIE loveofficial.com, you will find everything there.
Brilliant, excellent, fantastic. Okay, we'll keep doing all those amazing things. Say hi to Pepper and Michael for me. I'll try and track them down as well, because do you know what? If they've done this with you, imagine what they can do with the rest of our academy. They can actually turn it upside down and round and make sure that we're the number one academy. Anyway, it's been a pleasure to meet you, Sophie. Good luck with everything. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much, AJ.
So welcome. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody else because we do end our week. And then next week, we are on week 3 of Autism Speaks, okay? And we've got some more great artists for you. But we are looking for week 4. Week 4 has gone quiet. So basically, the floor is open. If you know anybody who would like to join us in the 4th week of June, do you know what? Fill us in because it's been an absolutely great show. And Autism Speaks are really enjoying how much you are helping them out and how much you are supporting them. So I'm going to sign off. For all those who are going out this weekend and playing in a festival or pub or club or whatever you're going to be doing, have a great time. Enjoy yourselves. For all those who aren't going out, just do something really special this weekend and have a good time, all right? Take good care of yourselves, everyone. I'll see you on Monday. Take good care. Bye-bye.
Bye, AJ.